Episode 28.
Episode 28.
60-minute shit show.
We made it.
Christmas edition.
Season finale.
Everyone say hey.
Hey.
Yo.
Hey, that sounded good. I know it sounded good. I don't even have headphones and I know it sounded good.
It's a party.
It's a party.
So I'll be going live here in a minute. Not that means anything to people who can't hear that because I'm not live yet. But
oh my God, take your last Facebook post. I just saw it.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be fucking amazing.
Yeah, I think it would be. Let's talk about that.
All right. So for those unaware, do you want to tell?
Yeah. I just had a Avengers 4 theory. What if Ant-Man pops up in Captain Marvel in 1983?
right.
Talking about, hey, shit's going to go down in the future. And so that means Nick Fury the whole time knows about the snap. That's why he immediately goes for the pager at the end of Infinity War.
The pager.
The pager.
1983. Yeah.
That'd be dope.
That seems to be the dotted line they've drawn for us. So
Everything he's done. What if everything he's done was because he knew the snap was coming?
yeah.
Like throughout the entire MCU.
I mean, he wasn't there, so he must have been doing something else. Like they didn't show him in the movie.
I mean, yeah, dude.
He knew to put the Avengers together.
They showed him at the end of the movie.
Well, yeah. I mean, he wasn't like in the shit.
No.
Yeah, there's always clues in all the movies, though, that tie into the other ones.
Of course.
I can't wait until we start seeing like where the Skrulls fit in.
Yeah. We just hopped right into this without introductions.
Hey, that's how you gotta do it. You gotta go,
That's my
you gotta
fault.
go all the way in. But
You talking about Marvel? You got to start off like that.
Yeah.
I saw some set photos of the Avengers 4, and it looked like it was back in time though.
Mhm,
'Cause,
definitely.
Like Thor had long hair, like
Original
Captain
costume.
America.
Original
shit.
Captain American costume. I will say this though. If they do go back in time, it's lazy writing. If they fix it with time, it's super lazy writing. And I'm not going to like it.
I think there's so much time travel happening in so many media. It's just like, oh, let's travel back in time.
And anyone could do that. You could,
Right.
anyone
No.
here could write a story and finish it and say, oh, they went back in time and fixed it.
No. I'm going to be the hard disagree on this. Writing a good time travel story is fucking hard. Because, like, there's so many things that, like, exist in, like, pre-written rules to time travel that, like, people will pick apart. So to make a time travel movie where people go, yeah, like, that's really fucking hard. Yeah. So if they're able to pull that off.
If they can't tie Back to the Future.
Yeah, there's so many levels. There's so many levels on
Like,
time travel.
look at Primer. Have you seen Primer?
That's pretty.
That
That's
is
a pretty
time
deep
travel.
cut.
That's a time travel movie that, like, the whole time you're like, what the fuck? It doesn't feel like lazy at all. Like, the whole time you're watching it, you're trying to fucking keep up.
It's an independent film. If nobody's seen Primer, go see it.
It's on Netflix. It was on Netflix. I don't know if it
It's
still
incredible. Might be one of my favorite time travel movies. Favorite time travel movies. Go.
I think it's easiest to time
Butterfly
travel when you
effect.
just slingshot around the sun to save some humpback whales. For me, that's
Yeah.
the pinnacle of time travel.
is. Yeah. It's a Star Trek deep cut for people
Yep.
who don't know.
And then, of course, Superman did that too.
Yep.
He spun the Earth backwards because that's how time works. And then apparently, if you watch the Richard Donner cut, the guy who directed the first one, almost directed the second one. If you watch his cut of the second one, he does it in two also. Same trick. 2 movies.
Great.
So, yes. It's
It's
pretty
lazy. It's lazy writing.
I don't know if you can like cringe when you're 8, but when I saw that Superman fly, like
Yeah,
that was the
so
first
fly
cringe
in
I ever
space,
had in my
right.
body.
First cringe you ever had.
All right, guys. We got to go around the room.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
Tech Supreme, your host.
I'm Sketch Sawyer, your other host.
To his right.
Yeah.
I'm Caleb Sawyer, his Sketch's nephew.
And occasional co-host.
And yeah, I'm here sometimes.
Yeah.
And friend of the show.
What's your fucking
I'm
elbows in?
Tony Brick's Caleb's nephew.
I like it.
I'm Ducky Hines, friend of everybody.
Hey.
It's Marty Marr, a.k.a. Grand Leroy. I don't know, Marty, host of Ceiling Fans.
Yeah,
So,
he has a new podcast.
Hey.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Friend of the show, man. Marty's been around since old school.
Yeah, hey, what's up? I'm Grant Coos. They found me on the street and just told me to come in. So I'm just here to kind of pack the room.
Fucking love it.
That's funny. I'm Erin. I'm Tech's girlfriend. I make him supreme, so.
Okay. Hey.
Bradley on a live stream says the Back to Future series is his favorite.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty good, but you got to know when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles went through time, that's when it fell off.
Those
Yeah.
3, right?
That's
Yeah.
a trilogy, though. Like,
Turtles in Time?
trilogy movies,
No.
like, sometimes that third one is just off.
I mean,
Like, I didn't even
that's
go
the
s-
old rules.
I didn't even go see that. Like I loved.
No, I
Turtles
didn't
growing
either.
Up.
I did, and I was
saw
so
the first
sad.
two.
I may have been a child and may have cried.
Yeah.
Real tears. So, well, I guess we can start off the best. This is the year wrap up because it's at the end of the year. And what's the best and worst of these topics? The first one up is movies.
Man, it's always hard to think of the worst movies.
Oh, I got one right off the top.
Oh, what is it?
Slice.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a movie that just came out, and I hate that I think it's the worst, but it's the first thing that popped into my mind when I thought about this.
Yeah.
And it stars Zazie Beetz, which
And Chance the Rapper.
Chance the Rapper.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh,
And
I
it,
saw a post of that.
it has
Yeah.
Hannibal Buress in it. It has the guy from The League. I forgot his name. They have really good actors and actresses in it, but it was just
No good.
no good.
Bad script. Bad pacing. Yeah.
was
Just tried to
really-
be cheeky and it was
really
ended
bad.
up
It was
just
really
being really
bad.
boring and stupid.
And I really dug the people in it, and I actually thought Chance the Rapper did an amazing job as being an actor. Like he was
Everybody
a great
tried
actor.
their best with
Every-
the script they were given. Yeah.
That's obviously someone's passion, and whoever made it, they fuck with them. That's the only reason why I think they'd be in it.
Man, low-key, it might not be my absolute favorite, but as far as coming out of nowhere, Mandy, the Nicolas Cage movie, horror slasher movie.
You put
awesome.
that in your worst? Oh.
No,
Was that the best? That's your best?
no, it's up there. It was so weird and it was so strange. I so didn't expect it. And there's so many elements of it that I loved. Yeah, that
never
movie's
even heard of
something
it.
special.
Ooh, I have a worst.
What's your worst?
Fucking Mortal Engines.
Whoa.
Oh,
I
it hasn't even come out yet.
I think it just came out. Like,
Mortal Engines was bad
I did not like that movie at all.
on a scale of 1 to 10.
Well, or 5, because I guess that's how movies.
I would say 4
On a scale
Out
of
of
1 to
10?
10?
out of 10.
Out of 10?
There was some fun stuff to it, but like throughout that movie, you realized like Peter Jackson doesn't do real sets no more. It's all CG. It was just a computer graphics porn
those
fest.
poor
And
actors.
like,
He's been doing CG since 2003.
well, see, the thing is though, like with the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the core trilogy, a lot of that stuff's practical. Like they built,
They're on
they
sets.
built a
Yeah.
lot of like big models of cities and then zoomed in on them for the cameras to like do shit. And something about Mortal Engines, like they're giant cities on tank treads, and none of them were like real built physical things. It was all CG. Anytime you were ever close, you were like, oh, they built this hallway, but the rest of this shit's fake.
Maybe.
So it was really bad.
Never underestimate how much green screen there
It
is.
was-
Is that your worst?
It was it might not be my worst. It's the first thing that popped to mind though. So as we keep talking, I'm sure I might come up with something else. But
Man, bad movies are always hard to think about. It's always easier to think about the good ones.
I know, because I only saw one movie this year, and I warned you against it. It's that Predator. It got me. It's literally the only movie I went to the theater to see this year.
It's bad?
And I warned you, Tech.
He did.
But did you heed my warning?
I didn't see it yet.
Oh,
Okay.
good. Then yes.
I did eat it, I guess.
So now it's going to be like 2 years before I see another movie.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Anybody else got a worst movie?
We almost watched that.
I have one that I like. I'm gonna sound like a total poser. Creed 2. I loved it.
Oh, yeah, Creed 2 is pretty good, huh?
I saw it twice.
Nice.
I loved it.
Good. I've not seen one Rocky movie, so I haven't seen any Creed movie either.
None of them?
I've never seen not one Rocky movie.
Just skip Rocky 5. And Rocky Balboa.
Apparently, I'm skip all of them.
My creative partner's favorite movie is Rocky Balboa.
Okay. Well, you got to see the first one because he got an award for it.
I guess.
what kind of award?
Oscar.
Okay, there's I mean, it's important. He got the shit
and
award.
then-
Oh, okay.
Original screenplay or some shit like that back then.
And then you kind of got to see 4
Yeah.
because, that's going to instill that nationalistic pride in you.
I don't know.
Dude, 1, 2, 3, and 4 all have their moments.
I don't know what this means. I don't know what any of this means. So like,
Rocky 4 was a mainstream propaganda film.
Yeah.
That's really what it was.
It really is. And you'll get a lot more jokes if
Oh,
you
yeah.
watch 4. Because people reference Rocky 4 almost
All
every
the
day.
time.
Somebody's referencing Rocky every day.
I must break you.
But really, you got to do it for like the choice 80s ballads for like the montage.
Yeah.
While
That's
he's
the
like,
best shit. Like running through the snow and shit.
Yep.
And shit.
And shit.
And shit.
snow and shit.
Yeah, the inspirational shit.
Now I'm piqued my interest. He runs through shit.
Weird.
Best movie of 2018.
Black Panther.
Oh,
I'm not going to say that.
okay.
Jesus,
I
that-
would say
that was this year?
Legit,
that was, February.
So, honestly, the best time I've been to the movie theater, like seeing like everybody dress up,
Yeah.
And everybody making a big deal going to
Yeah,
the movies.
yeah.
So in that aspect alone, it's just
Sure.
like I never had that much fun seeing Black Panther and seeing Avengers. Most time I have fun in the movies. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. Yeah.
That's a wise choice.
You know what? Piggyback off that.
Can you stop it?
Creed 2 is my favorite movie, but Infinity Wars, in my opinion, was the best movie.
What is?
Infinity War.
Infinity Wars.
I
Jack
agree.
watches that every 3 hours.
I've seen it 1,000. But to go
So
back
it's
to
not
Black
stop.
Panther,
Right.
I did see that in movie theaters about 4 or 5 times. One of my favorite moments was taking my dad to go see it when he came in town.
Nice.
And just because when I was a kid, I remember knowing about Black Panther comic book through him. So that was pretty fun for me. So that's the second best movie of the year. I can give it first, but I think I'm going to go with Infinity War.
There is a T'Challa theory on the most recent ones. Like, it said he gets weaker in each movie. So in Civil War, people are saying that Black Panther was his height of hours power because he was angry. Then when it got to Black Panther, he was kind of leveling out, so he wasn't as powerful. Then when he got to Infinity Wars, he got his ass
Peaceful.
whooped.
Yeah.
That's what people say. So I don't know if I agree with the theory, because I
Speaking
can
of-
offer some rationale behind it, but I can understand why people say that.
Yeah, I can see it. One thing that bothers me a lot about powers is how nerfed Bucky is. Now, I went and watched Winter Soldier recently. He's grabbing this nigga's shield out the air. He's running faster than everyone else. And in the Infinity War scene in Wakanda, he's not like it's Captain America and Black Panther running fast further. No one else. And where's Bucky? Apparently, he's all of a sudden he's a shooter.
He's a
He's
super
got a-
soldier too.
Yeah, like he should be as equal as Captain
Yeah.
America. He should be
They
able
gave
to
him a
More
gun.
powerful.
he's shooting a gun, and he's supposed to be this.
I
Yo,
hated
we talked-
that scene.
Yeah.
God.
Fucking, I
So
noticed that too.
stupid.
I was like, the fuck
They gave him a
is
gun
this? Yes.
against space dogs?
So Tech and I talked about this week, but we were talking about Civil War. Oh no, it might not have been me and you. I was talking about Civil War this week. Sorry, my brain is a mush right now. But like Bucky in Civil War is a fucking force to be reckoned with.
Oh, that too. I watched
that
Civil War
whole
this week.
goddamn movie.
He
He's
took on every.
destroying people.
At one point, he takes on Iron Man with barely a suit, Black Widow, Black Panther. He's taking on everyone in one scene
And
Yeah.
slinging everybody
and fucking
around.
them up, taking them to town.
Like
Yeah.
he's breaking shit and flinging people around.
And then he and Cap beat the fucking bricks off of Iron Man
They
at the
beat-
end of that movie.
Yeah.
They beat the shit out of Iron Man.
Yep.
Man,
Writing.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I mean,
I
because at
think
the time, these movies are the best that we've seen.
yeah.
So, I mean, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have Bucky come through Infinity War all of a sudden,
You know what
killing
my,
shit, fucking up Thanos. Like, it's
You
not
know
going
my
to work.
you know what my theory is that they're saving Bucky for when Cap's gone, because he's got like 5 more movies
What
left,
if?
and he's probably gonna become Captain America.
I could see that.
I can't see it.
And when he becomes Captain America and White Wolf and works with like Black Panther
Mm-hmm.
and does shit with the Avengers, we'll see him like take Steve's role.
What if Cap doesn't die? He just stays back in time.
He's the fucking franchise, basically.
Like he goes back in time
Yeah.
and just stays.
In Infinity War, what if he goes back in time?
Fuck.
Wouldn't that
Back
be
where?
hard? In Avengers 4, what if he goes back, like they figure out time and he goes back to it, his
like-
time?
Oh,
to like,
shit.
To like
40s.
wartime and shit.
Yeah,
Goes back and
I
goes
can
back
see
and goes
that.
and dances
I
with
can
his
see
girl.
that. I can see that.
that'd be hard.
Here's the problem though. He's already met her in
Wants her to
present
die.
day, and they didn't have a life together.
Yeah.
Which is why I say that time travel done well is not easy. Because poor writing is him going back in time and just, happily ever after, when you have to like completely ignore that in the first Captain America or the first Avengers, he meets Chick when she's on her deathbed. Like he's already experienced her, he's already met her after she lived a life without him, so he can't go back and live a life with her. Now, if they introduce parallel universes because of the quantum realm, and Spider-Man Far From Home is Spider-Man in a different universe,
You're going to feel the same way about the MCU if it's a different dimension.
yeah, sure.
I'm not.
Because if they say here's a new universe,
every episode
start
of
over,
universe, every episode of Rick and Morty is a different universe.
And I feel different. I feel some type of way about that.
Still
No,
watch every episode though.
I'm not saying
So-
every Marvel movie from here on out is a different universe. I'm saying the best way for them to beat Thanos is to just like assume living in a universe where he doesn't win. That shit sounds kind of dope.
All right.
No.
Yeah, let's keep it moving.
It's the purpose.
All right, so the next thing I got on the list is television / Netflix.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure everyone in here watches Netflix.
Yeah.
Some sort of
Except for
online
Grant. I don't think Grant
streaming.
does.
What have you been watching 2018? What's the the Coos family been watching this year?
Yeah. Okay. So I kind of switched. I'm gonna thread jack you. I'm sorry. I switched it up from like moving pictures to listening to vinyl.
Nice.
We got a music
So if you got a music
part.
section,
We got
I'll
we have to.
I'll just chime in.
I'm gonna jack the
here.
thread back.
It's commendable.
Jack it back.
Yeah.
Jack it back.
What's the worst thing you've seen on Netflix or television? Period.
I
I have one.
opinion for this one.
Did we get an Iron Fist this year?
that's always a good fallback.
Uh,
Yo, I did not.
Daredevil 3 was amazing.
What was talking about worst?
Yeah, worst shit.
So let's
I don't know,
focus on
man.
the worst.
I don't watch that much.
I'm gonna be unpopular and say I did not like Luke Cage season 2.
Weird.
Where's your black card at? We need it.
No, I didn't finish watching that either. Like, it was good, but
You didn't
I
even
just,
finish
like,
it?
I didn't
Nah, I
finish
can
it
see
yet.
as
It
a
wasn't-
fan of Luke Cage, I can see how people didn't like the second season. It was
I
kind
felt like it
of.
was a little bit more action, but it's just
I like Bushmaster.
Bushwhacker's really good.
Yeah.
Bushmaster's great. I love everything about season 2.
Bushmaster was great.
Bad though. What bad? I tried to watch. There's a cooking show with Jim Henson. They had like puppets, and they're making like Halloween spooky treats.
Yeah, that's your own damn mistake.
That was ridiculously
Why the
stupid.
fuck did you try and watch that?
I don't know. It was Halloween. I was in a spooky mood,
In a spooky mood,
and
watching kids cook. Okay.
it was awful.
Oh, I watched Death Note this year. That movie fucking sucks.
Movie. Oh God. No. Did that
I'm
come
just,
out
if
last
I'm going
year?
to talk about the worst thing I've seen this year, the movie fucking sucked. Anyway, go on.
All right.
The movie's fucking
Just went
sucked.
back to movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you said Netflix.
But Netflix,
Fuck.
is it a Netflix movie though?
It is a Netflix.
See, then that
movie.
counts. That should count.
Okay.
All right. What's the best?
Punisher.
Punisher? That was
That was not this year.
2017.
That was this year?
No, what?
I don't think so, bro.
Not at all. Not even close.
Stranger Things
take
was
that
last
back.
year too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That was supposed to come out at Halloween. What happened?
Oh no, they
They
didn't say.
wanted more money.
No, they said it was gonna be 2019, like in May.
Okay.
Yeah.
What should I put down?
Atlanta, my favorite.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
one. That's a good
Every
pick.
episode,
Yeah.
from the writing, from the shots, from the lighting, everything.
What's your favorite Atlanta episode?
Go ahead, Marty. I got mine.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
I want to say the one that when Erin got the check and he was trying to take his girl out of the town, and he kept like everything about that was just like I love that. And it was with that rapper, I forgot his name, but
Paperboy.
not Paperboy, the rapper.
The dude that was supposed to be Future.
I think it's supposed to be kind of a future Chance or kind of.
When they was in the studio.
Yeah, like every little
yeah,
thing,
yeah,
like
yeah.
him about to, beat up the engineer and all that.
I think that's supposed to be Chance.
Right.
Looks like I actually do got one.
Okay.
Okay,
You looked it
and
up.
my wife found this. It's called just one word. It's called Haunted,
I watched 2 episodes of that.
and it's not like
Is this your worst or best?
this is a best. Oh, sorry, are we on best? Or
Yeah,
worst?
we're on
whatever.
best. We're on best.
Yeah.
Okay. This is like where people tell what they feel are true stories about haunted experiences, and like at least 2 or 3 of the episodes had like the hair on the back of my neck rising.
I saw a couple
Really?
episodes. It was really good.
Awesome.
It was creepy.
Kim would love that.
Super creepy.
A lot of people watched
I don't believe in ghosts at all.
Haunted on Hill House and loved it.
That was on my list for a favorite
Yeah.
thing that I've seen on like television or on Netflix was Haunting of Hill House. I absolutely loved every episode. I got an emotional attachment to the characters.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Oh, fucking Hanging Girl episode.
Oh my god.
Son
Episode
of a
5 and
bitch.
6
I'm about to watch that.
are just undeniable.
It's one of those shows
TV.
I let Kim watch because it didn't look like my bag. And then after she got done watching it, all the rumors started to roll in that I should be watching it. I'm like, well, probably not going to watch it on my own now, so I don't know.
What was it called?
Haunting a Hill House?
Haunting of Hill House.
Oh, that one.
You
What
saw
about
it.
Handmaid's Tale? Did anyone see that?
Nope.
I heard about it.
You guys are really missing out.
Season 2 felt like torture to
Don't
me.
pass on it.
Season 2 felt like torture to me. It felt like torture porn. Like, it was just like, here's more of what you... Well done.
Don't you think it's kind of a reality of what could happen in America?
Season 1, yeah. And season 2, maybe. But, like, season 2 just felt like they're never going to give you what you want. And they're going to keep torturing you for however many episodes.
I mean, I feel like
It felt
that's
like
kind
if-
of TV in general or movies.
It is. It is. And that's
So
why I
that's
stopped
Game of-
watching...
That's Game of Thrones' fault.
That's... No, I disagree. I think that's Walking Dead's fault.
Oh yeah.
When Darryl
that's the
was locked
worst.
in the container and everybody was just losing out. It was just lose. Every episode was lose, lose, lose. Yeah, that's when I quit watching, and that's why I can't watch Handmaid's till season 2. It's just every episode was just sad.
I was hooked. I literally sat there all weekend and.
Yeah, I know you did. I heard.
Oh, God.
Season 1 was incredible. Deserved all the praise and hype.
Yeah.
But
Yo, legit, one of the best things I've watched on Netflix this year is a show about a magician on Netflix. It's like 6 episodes or 20 minutes long.
oh, what's that called? I know what you're talking about.
It's called like Human Magic or some shit
Yeah.
like that. It's really fucking good. Like if you want to sit down and watch something and feel like a little kid, and like watch cutlass magic done and have no fucking clue how any of it is done in real life.
CG.
Green
That's,
screen.
yeah, that's how it's done.
Yeah,
This is a TV show.
it's amazing.
Yeah,
Black
I-
Mirror,
real good.
Was that this year?
Black Mirror was not this year, was it?
It was released late last year, so some of the episodes I think.
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm sorry.
maybe
Black
early.
Mirror. 'Cause if it was this year, then it definitely could be on the list of the
That's
best.
a good caveat.
Yeah, for sure.
FYI, they're saying it could come out the next season next week.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So just
Damn,
be
that's
on the
awesome.
lookout.
I love when shows just drop shit on you. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh hey, new season.
That's the new awesome formula. Eventually, we'll get blockbusters on Netflix. Like they'll do it right, where something will come out. Even though I'm looking forward to the Sandra Bullock Netflix movie that comes out tomorrow, I think.
Yo,
What is it?
It's hold on. It's this new thing.
the birdcage. Or
Birdcage.
no, not
Bird
birdcage.
something.
I know what you're talking about.
Hold on, give me
Where
one
like they
second.
wear blindfolds because something happens where people
Bird
see their
Box.
worst fears. Bird Box.
Yeah, so the world basically gets destroyed because this creature, alien, something makes you see your worst fears and then kills you.
It's a movie.
Yeah,
or
it's a
essentially
Netflix
makes you
movie.
kill yourself because
Yeah.
you're afraid of it.
Interesting.
So I mean, the if you look at the trailer, it looks fucking insane.
I need a caveat real quick and throw in my worst.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Fucking Cloverfield paradox.
Oh, yep. And you know what?
That was not
Yes,
worst.
yes, it was the worst.
That shit was
They-
fucking bad.
I loved the first Cloverfield to the point where I have the framed poster of the first
The
Cloverfield.
first one's good.
I was
First one's amazing.
good with 10 Cloverfield Lane. I was okay with it. I did feel like the same way they did the third one, where like they make a movie and then they throw it at the end, like, oh yeah, little Cloverfield sprinkle. That's
So-
how I felt about the second one, but I still kept rolling with it. That Cloverfield paradox was the worst thing I've ever seen.
It had nothing to do with the other two movies.
That's
was
because
trash.
it wasn't supposed to.
right.
They purposely went out and scooped up IPs and paid them to sprinkle in Cloverfield background, like put that shit on the TV playing in the background to link the movies together.
Oh shit.
Right.
It
So
was-
that movie was never intended to be a Cloverfield
So it's kind of
production.
like a algorithm hijacking or some shit like that.
I mean, it was more intentional than that, but like, yeah, they paid money to
It's
a movie that
they-
already
they
existed to
dialed it
link
in.
it to the universe.
That's
But Cloverfield Lane was written deliberately. That's why it was good. It's also directed by Dan Trachtenberg, a new up and comer. He's a good guy.
Yeah. You know him personally? Because you
no,
sound like
but,
like he's a really
Totally
good
Rad
guy.
Show.
I know you're talking. I know
Right,
Dan Trachtenberg is. He's a good guy. He likes yoga.
Jesus.
Drinks his
While
lattes without
watching the
sugar.
movie.
Chocolate pretzels.
Chocolate pretzels.
I sure did.
But
That's why everyone likes.
that's
Who
why
doesn't like a chocolate pretzel?
Cloverfield in Space was so weird because it wasn't supposed to be a
It's supposed to be
Cloverfield
like
movie.
weird
Yo, dude.
dimensions.
So
and shit.
The dude's arm gets cut off, and it's fucking sentient. Like the arm crawls across the floor and writes a fucking note.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Why?
But I watched
didn't-
Cabin
that
in the
didn't
Woods.
bother me.
I watched Cabin in the Woods tonight before I
Did
came
you?
here. I did, and a great movie.
Worst movie.
Wait, for
And
the first time?
What?
No, I own
Oh,
it,
okay.
so of course not.
Why?
Hate that movie.
She hates the
But
movie.
why? Yes, but why?
Everything
Why?
About it. Whenever they get
So when a
over
guy
to the
gets stabbed by a
cabin, and then
unicorn,
they're
that's
in
not
this
hilarious?
whole other building, and it's like full of all these little horror things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clowns,
Just the
Yeah.
dumbest
Unicorns.
movie ever.
bats,
Horrible.
robots.
Yeah, dude getting gored
A
by
flesh-eating
unicorns.
mermaid.
Fucking hilarious.
A merman, dog. He was a fucking merman. He was
He
like
had blood coming out of his blowhole.
Rotten Tomatoes failed me on that one.
The
That shit
fuck?
is one of the best movies I've
You have
ever
not seen Cabin in the Woods?
I've not.
I just
Oh
spoiled
my-
it for you.
Don't waste
Oh
your
my
time.
God.
Oh my god. No,
So
no,
it's-
s-
Okay, there's one
Joss-
person in the room telling you not to watch it. So
Yeah, so it's Joss Whedon. It's Joss Whedon, the guy who made Avengers and Sabrina, making a horror movie that is essentially just a combination of every.
Buffy.
Did I say Sabrina?
Yeah.
Sorry,
he didn't make
Buffy.
the Teenage Witch. He made
Sorry,
Buffy the Vampire
Buffy.
Slayer. I was like, I looked at Ben like, what the
My
fuck?
bad. My bad.
Do I need to be sober to watch it?
No, you fucked
Might
up.
make it better.
It's good either way. Yeah,
It
it's
may be
fucking
better if
great.
you're fucked up, actually.
It's a fucking
Well,
great
that's
movie. It's a great movie. I want more. I
You
want.
have to understand that just because you didn't like it doesn't mean it's bad.
It's bad.
Nope, Ben doesn't understand that. You don't have to. Ben's like, the Avengers 4 trailer's stupid. And we're like, but it's not. And he's like, no, I'm right.
No, that I agree.
Facts.
Half the internet agrees with me.
That I agree.
I hate when people say facts after an opinion. That really bothers me
Half
for
the
some
internet
reason.
agrees with you
Like,
don't mean shit.
Because opinion
Unless
doesn't
you agree
sound
with
the
it.
same.
I like chocolate facts.
Yo,
My
dead
opinion's
ass
validated.
Fucking
Dead
yes.
ass beat. Dead ass beat.
Nah,
That Men in Black trailer was weird.
Dead ass is cool because it's like you're
Facts.
serious.
Facts.
Facts is not cool.
Put the paper in the facts, B.
But make him right.
Nope.
All
It's
right,
validated.
I did want to bring up my favorite episode of Atlanta before I forget.
Yeah,
It was the one where Van and Erin went to the German town.
that was good.
And the thing I loved about it was when Van and Erin, they were talking on the side, and she was like, why don't you treat me the way I deserve to be treated? And like that was the time Erin decided to stunt on her and all that shit. And he said that, yeah, all the other shit you talking about, that's what's currently paying your bills. Like, dog, you stunting on her, she's trying to be in your corner when you should be stunting on all these other motherfuckers who don't care about you. Like, that was such an eye-opening episode to me. So that was one of my favorite.
So that moment
episodes.
resonated with you. I think my moment is the Michael Jackson episode.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was amazing.
That had to be,
It was
that
one
had
of
to be
the-
CG.
Huh? That wasn't actually Michael Jackson.
Oh.
But it was based off of Michael Jackson.
Right.
And with an abusive father. And it was crazy. It was a psychological episode that Lakeith Stanfield owned as far as like, I mean, he's one of my favorites. Oh,
Yeah, dude is great.
speaking of Lakeith Stanfield,
Yeah.
I could put Sorry to Bother You in the worst movie category.
Damn.
I could easily put that in there. I could easily put
I
that in
would
there.
say a crazy turn towards the end, but like in general, I felt it had way too many things built
Yeah,
up
lots
in
of
it.
good movies get
had way
ruined by
too many
that.
little things. Had way too many.
It was
It was built. I
No
loved
direction. It had
I
no
saw
direction.
twice. Well, I loved it, but it was just like the turn at the end was just like okay.
I loved a lot of it.
Lots
I loved
of good,
a lot
lots
of
of
it.
good movies get ruined by the final act.
I loved a lot of it. The third act was bad, and I felt like they just didn't have direction during the entire movie. Like,
Yeah.
and they had a bunch of good scenes, and they tried to make a movie out of it.
Fact, I feel that it was just like a lot of good moments. A lot of
Facts.
good moments.
He almost said
Facts.
I saw like no, but yeah, it was really good. It was just like too many little things, Like, oh, if this adds up. Like, trying to be one of the movies. Oh, I put this right here for you to think about it later.
And even with the problems arise in the story, and they don't pay it off. They don't either
Oh, wow.
solve it or contradict
That's
it.
bad.
So like when his girl starts messing with Glenn from Walking Dead,
Oh, yeah.
nothing happens of that. But that's like a big moment, like with the characters, but nothing. There's no end result.
I'm sorry, that annoys me whenever people reference characters in movies and characters from other shows.
I do it all
Glenn
the
from
time.
Walking Dead was
I
like,
do
it's a
it-
cameo?
I
Like,
do it all the time. But you knew who I was talking about, didn't I? Didn't you?
yeah.
Fuck yeah, you did.
Actor's name is Stephen Young.
Yeah, Stephen
I
Young.
don't know why I know
I love him
that.
so much. I have Glenn
He's a
posters
good
in my
guy.
room.
What was
He's
his
a good
name
guy.
in that movie?
Fucking I don't know. Stephen Young.
What'd you guys think of Black Klansman? That came out this year. What, Black Klansman?
I thought it was amazing. I thought it was one of the best movies of the year,
Yeah.
like top 10. But I feel like it's only made for a very small demographic, a certain demographic, not small, but a certain demographic, and the people who need to see it won't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who will be affected by the movie, who need to be affected by the movie, they'll never see it.
Yo, has anybody in this room seen,
Myself, but Nate was there.
Has anyone in this room seen Into the Spider-Verse?
No, not
I
yet.
saw it.
Not yet.
Amazing. That I would third favorite movie.
Yeah,
Was
everybody I know
everything
is
from
blowing up
beginning
about
to
it.
end, and it's worth the 3D. It's
Oh.
definitely. I didn't even
Yeah.
see it in 3D, but knowing like I need to see this in 3D, it was
Yeah.
just like it felt like.
Do you know who did the character design?
No.
Jim Mahfood.
Dope.
Yeah, he did
See?
the character design.
Dan's brother, yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
isn't that fucking
Local
crazy?
guy.
Yeah.
While we're talking
talking
about
to Dan
small
about that
like demographic movies, Jonah Hill's movie mid '90s, the skateboarding movie,
Oh, I heard about that.
was amazing.
Really?
I went and saw it at the Tivoli,
Yeah.
and like it's not gonna blow you away with the storyline or anything, but like it was done in such great detail. Like everything from like their clothing to the bags of Doritos, like it was all like mid '90s. And there's never been a film that represented skateboarding well at all, and he just like blew it out of the water.
Yeah, I've heard really good things about it.
I thought I found one detail, but I was proven wrong.
Awesome.
There's a pro skater that's like the star of the movie, and he's on the Adidas team. And I was like, that's bullshit. Adidas wasn't making skateboarding shoes in the 90s. And then Randy Placer, he's a pro skater from St. Louis. I told him that, and he's like, no, we were skating shell toes in the 90s for sure.
Oh,
I was like, oh, shit.
There you go. There you go.
I'm corrected.
Yeah,
That's
that is
awesome.
awesome.
Nice.
All right.
It's a very connected tale you just told.
Yeah. I want to see that movie, though. I heard really good things about it, so I need to go see that.
What was it called?
Mid-90s. It's
Mid-90s.
Jonah Hill's
I want to see it just
first
for the
directing
music that I
movie.
heard it's in it.
Okay.
Wasn't Lords of Dogtown an okay skateboarding movie?
That's what I thought.
This is like a doc based on a I don't want to say documentary, but
Yeah,
it was like
yeah,
just
yeah.
based on that
It
time
wasn't
frame.
bad.
It was alright. It had Heath Ledger in it.
But I mean, I guess I didn't relate to it at all because that's when like skateboarding first like really started,
Sure.
like making it. But like I remember this era. I think that's why I liked it so much.
Yeah.
All right.
Dope.
All right, moving on off of
There's a
this-
lot of
this
media we
screen.
just covered.
Yeah, yeah. Now one that I think some of us here will be able to talk passionately about, video games.
Fuck.
I'm out.
You out?
That's all right. I'm out.
You out?
I'm in.
You're in? I'll show you. A little mic closer.
Yeah.
Are you? Oh shit! Put my head down, and the mic was like in my mouth.
Pause.
Are we gonna have? Are we gonna have like categories of this?
No, just, I mean,
Best and
we're,
worst?
we're doing best and worst. And we're going to start with the worst and end with the best.
Worst game.
The worst for me, and it's all
Worst.
subjective, and no one's going to, for me, the worst game that, I'm going to say the worst game that people like, for me,
Fortnite.
no. Even though it's pretty bad for
PUBG.
me, I'm going to say Destiny.
Oh fuck yeah!
Wow.
Fuck
The
that
worst game that people like, that everyone loves, Destiny.
Yep,
I don't like
That's
it.
harsh.
Yep. I agree.
I don't like it. I don't fuck with it. I know Ben. I know you. Dug
I've had
it.
my bouts. I've spent money on it this year, and then the I worked my way through the DLC, and then I'm just as bored as I was before the DLC, and it just doesn't have me coming back
Yeah.
like many other games do, like
Yeah,
Sea of
like a
Thieves
good-
and whatever.
A good gameplay loop doesn't make a game good. Like Destiny's fun to play because it feels good, but not because it is good. You know what I mean? Like
With Destiny, I had so much expectations going into the first Destiny because of the company Bungie, and
dude.
I mean, my life changed because of Halo, flat out. Like we played Halo so much.
Right.
I have vivid memories of people that I'm still friends with, us getting together with the big TVs,
Yeah.
with the big backs, putting them in my living room in a loop, and putting them back to back. I had a little Landroid that I got from GameStop or Game Crazy, whatever was in the loop, and I was playing Halo. So I have mad love for the company, Bungie.
Yeah.
I was hoping for that again. I want the 2016, whenever the first Destiny came out version of it, and I just, for some reason, I just can't get that.
And you got a game. The first game had a story that was like 6 hours long and didn't make any fucking sense. And then the second game wasn't any different. Like, I have such. I used to be love-hate because I used to like playing it with my friends. And I almost uninstalled it the other day because I haven't touched that game in months.
Yeah.
Like, kind of fuck Destiny.
I'm glad someone else agrees.
So
with me.
here's
they
it's
were
interesting,
gonna run
right?
out.
So they released something called what was it called? Forsaken. In September, and it was this big DLC thing. It was supposed to change the whole game. It's this huge content upload. They like changed the rules, even to the fact that like it felt like Destiny 1 again, which is really strange. And then 3 months later, they release a season pass where you pay this one price and you get a year's worth of content. 3 months after you've already spent $40, now you're supposed to spend $30 again and subscribe to this new business model. Well, we're not gonna send you things in a package anymore. We're gonna release it week by week. So, yeah, it's not worth $70 a year.
What's your worst game of the year?
Shit, I don't know, man. I can't think of many games that I picked up and went ugh and just put it down. You know what I mean? I usually make really calculated decisions when it comes to purchasing. I've been playing Sea of Thieves all year. Me and a bunch of people just picked up Warframe again, which is a 6-year-old free-to-play game. It's pretty fun. Tech's over it as of today.
No, I'm not over it.
Because he can't beat a mission, so he's going to rage quit. Deep cut.
When they having a rage quit. Your life.
Um,
So that was a Nate
murder.
comment. I'm sorry. That was.
you gonna rage quit your
that
life?
Was,
gonna
that
rage-
was a Nate
I'm
comment.
gonna rage quit your life.
Shout out Nate.
Rip. He's not dead. I don't know. I don't know about worse though. I don't know. Shit. There's a lot of
I
bad
think-
games out there. Like a lot of like.
But what's the game that you don't like that everyone else seems to like? I think that's the best way to approach it.
That's
PUBG.
I had at
I
first
completely flipped on that
when
shit.
I first wrote down my list, I had put PUBG as the best game of the year and the worst game of the year.
Damn, that's funny.
Yeah.
Why so?
It's just it's a game of self punishment almost.
Yeah.
A lot of it is self
Flagellation.
what is it? Deprecating.
Yeah.
It's self deprecation to the max.
Self-
But
Masochistic. as hell.
Self-defecation.
I've never played a game that altered my heart rate. I've never played a game
Yeah.
that altered my heart rate.
Grant knows all about that. But yeah, that's what got me into the game originally. It was fucking intense.
You just have to be a certain type of person
Ben
to
doesn't
play
like the
PUBG.
game. Ben doesn't like PUBG because he's bad at it.
I don't think he is bad at it because I
just fucking
I
with him.
play with bad at it at times,
Oh,
and it's the worst feeling in the world.
Yep.
But I don't think Ben's actually good at it, and I kind of don't understand why he doesn't want to play it.
He's played with me. He knows what bad it is.
Absolutely,
there you go.
go straight.
We all talked for a few days after I played with him.
But yeah, no, I love the game for the top 10. Like when you're in the top 10 and and if you do get a chicken dinner, I've never won a game and screamed. You know what I'm saying? Like I never won a game and like verbally cheer like
Yep.
like
Back in the first few months we were playing that game, we would scream.
I was doing Tiger Wood fist bumps, fist pumps in the air.
Yeah.
Like it's so exhilarating. And even like if you get in the top 10, you're exhilarated.
Yeah.
Your heart rate is literally going faster.
7 minutes of
And It's a
hell.
video game.
Yeah.
And I just never had that before.
That's a lot of emotional investment.
It is.
Yeah,
It
it's-
is. But the game, in all essence, has been broken since day one.
Oh.
Has been a broken video game. Like just period. It's a good concept, good execution of gun controls and good aspects of it. But as a whole, it's broken.
Yeah.
It's better now. And the new map comes out tonight. FYI, the snow map
Vikendi?
is on PTS tonight at 11.
On PC or?
PTS, public test server
Oh my god.
on Xbox. So I'll be playing that tonight for sure.
Awesome.
Gonna get you some of that PTSD. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? So yeah, I had it down for best.
God.
What'd you have for best?
As far as hours I've spent, I have to give it to Sea of Thieves
Of course.
because they gave me new content every 2 or 3 weeks.
If anyone, okay, so Sea of Thieves is a sailing game.
I played Red Dead. Now I'm done with it. Great, awesome. It was
You played
fun.
Red Dead and God of War and Sea of Thieves is your game of the year?
Red Dead is
As
not
far as
that
the amount of hours I put into a game,
Oh, so quality.
A lot of marketing dollars behind Red Dead.
good. Caleb, Red Dead Redemption is not that entertaining.
Is that Oregon Trail?
Yes, she calls it Oregon Trail.
That's,
When she sees me play, she calls it Oregon Trail.
I don't
It's great
get that.
game,
it's great.
but the replay value for that for me is not high.
I can't wait to start over.
but you haven't.
I know I already have, but I haven't like invested in it. But like starting that game over and seeing the opening cutscene, knowing how the game ends, was like exciting as fuck.
You're not gonna spend another 100 hours on that game. You're gonna play for a
No,
little
because
bit.
the
and
next time I go
bye.
through, I won't do all the side shit.
I love how we got a topic that like half the room can't talk about.
Yeah.
Like has no idea. They're just watching us. I'm on the phone.
they knew
I
what they
feel
were
like-
getting into.
I don't have a game. I have a Wii at the home. Yeah, but I would
Do you have
say
the
Spider-Man.
Wii U
I
or
would say
just
the
the Wii?
Spider-Man video game is pretty dope.
That's a good contender.
Spider-Man was great.
That's a good contender.
Spider-Man's
Tech, I
fucking
feel
dope.
like a different animal than you guys in the room. Cause,
PCMR.
Well, yeah, because like I'm a PC gamer, and like for years I've only played one game, so I don't buy games. I don't have a bad game to review because I only play.
What's the one game?
It's Counter-Strike
Sure.
Oh wow.
Global Offensive. Yeah.
Wow.
CS:GO.
I feel lonely because I have a PC and I'm trying to get into PC gaming, but I have zero friends in PC gaming.
Well, you got a friend now.
Oh, I got a friend.
Just don't play CS:GO with him because you'll feel like a fucking noob.
But it's kind of like when you find that special someone, then you spend the rest of your life
That's
with them.
that's Rocket League
right.
for me.
But a game.
I
You
can
cheat
play
on Rocket League every night, though.
Yeah.
I see you.
Huh?
You cheat on Rocket League every night, though, with different
But
games.
I see him on random
He doesn't
nights
play anything else.
hardcore Rocket League in it.
But probably, and this is so I obviously play, right? I'm like 2,000 hours into this one, right? But I play it on a treadmill, which is really weird. 'Cause
That's awesome.
Yeah, So like I walk on a treadmill.
And play the game.
Yeah, with a mouse and keyboard.
That's fucking insane.
Dedication.
Yeah. So, but
Just keep you in shape while you spend 12 hours a day playing Counter-Strike.
yeah,
few hours.
but probably the most fun I ever had in my life was Counter-Strike related. It happened this year, and it was me and my buddy Jared flew to Boston, and we kind of saw the Counter-Strike Super Bowl of the year.
Oh, that's dope.
There's a big pot, it's like $1 million,
Yeah.
and Valve is behind it, and it's called a major, and it's a big deal. It's an international thing.
Yeah.
Only one North America team made it into the quarters, right? So let's get back to that Rocky IV, because the dark horse American team, Cloud9, they took it all the way, and they beat the international money is no object super team in double overtime to win the whole thing.
That's awesome.
Cloud9.
Cloud9.
Dope.
Cloud9 won game team esports team of the year and their event
Is
winning
Shroud-
the CS:GO tournament.
I was there.
That also won best esports moment of the year.
Damn, that's
Is-
awesome.
Is Shroud still on Cloud9? Because Shroud's the only one I know from Cloud9.
Yeah, he is.
He's a PUBG.
He's not in there.
That's why I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's the best
He
at
might
PUBG.
he might
So
get
Well,
paid
he's not the best, but
by them to stream. So even after he wasn't on their professional team anymore, he was still getting some money from Cloud9, that sort of thing.
Dope.
So I would say esports is on the rise.
Fuck yeah.
So,
it is. For sure.
So you probably had a family, or maybe you yourself got into some sort of meat sport or watching it, right?
Meat sport?
Whatever.
Like
physical meat.
Like a
rating.
meat
human
people.
meat bags
Yeah.
clashing.
Or just
Sport
like
ball, baby.
or sticks.
I'm gonna call real sports meat sports from now on.
Yep.
Yeah. So you probably been.
Sports.
I don't like that.
I didn't want to throw in a pause on that. So I just let you cook on that.
Okay. Well, what my point was, you've
said,
probably
okay.
known someone that was watching the football game to the point to where they started screaming, right? Mm-hmm. Right, maybe it's your dad or something like that, where they're screaming because of some sort of thing that happened. Anyway, this E-League thing, going to see this major, this was the first time that I ever connected to a sport, anything at that level, and it was magic for me.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, I haven't gotten to a lot of PUBG invitationals, the Berlin Invitational, PUBG. Getting into I would love to go to one. That sounds amazing. To go to a tournament with
Yeah.
streamers
Esports tournament. Yeah, that'd
and
be great.
esport players. It's
Yeah, I had a buddy that went to the Overwatch Championship at the Barclays Center in New York, and I had another buddy that went to the Rocket League World Championship in Las Vegas, and both of them were "Yo, it's it's the next thing."
that's awesome.
What's your best game of the year? You didn't say.
Oh, I said PUBG.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if that was your for sure.
Yeah, that's
I don't know if I can pick Sea of Thieves
What's up,
because
man?
that came out last year. So.
No, but it came out December for Xbox, so I'm gonna give it 2018.
Wait, Sea of Thieves came out in
Oh, no,
March.
I was just talking about PUBG.
Sea of Thieves came out in March of this year.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Spider-Man was great. Red Dead was actually great. I really enjoyed it. Spider-Man was super good though. But yeah, Sea of Thieves way up there for me.
I would say Red Dead because I haven't played a game that has an epilogue. That when the main story ended, I didn't want to go to the epilogue because I was so emotionally impacted by the end of the regular game.
You can't front of the impact it had on the gaming industry.
Yeah.
It broke records.
Yeah.
That's true too.
Yeah, it's just not for
And-
me. I hate country. I hate old westerns. I hate all that shit.
Yeah, and that's
Like,
maybe
I don't
why
like-
it's-
You've spoken Southern accent for
After
a week straight.
after the first week or two of Red Dead Redemption, I was saying,
I don't know.
Y'all and
tell that
Howdy.
fella over there to wrap up my trusted steed. And
you gonna wrap up a horse?
yeah, I don't know,
Merry
man.
Christmas, motherfucker. Wrap up my horse.
I was definitely talking with the. Yeah, but I'm not gonna watch a western or no shit. It's just not my genre. It's not for me.
So I super love westerns. I was worried about the fact that most of that game takes place in the countryside, and in real life, countryside freaks me the fuck out.
Really?
Because most of the people that live there want me dead, and so.
You lost? No, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly.
You lost?
Exactly. So I think one of the big things, that like sold me on that game was that like when I went to the big city in Red Dead, I was like, fuck this place. And when I was out in the small country towns, I was like, this is where it's at. Like it was beautiful, it was slow, it was quiet, and that felt like true to nature.
Well, it's true to their storytelling. They made human progress look gross. Like
The
they
big
really wanted.
city's like smoky and
Yeah,
smoggy and
Yeah,
dirty.
it was really ugly and everybody was dirty. And
Guess what?
They tried to make like returning to nature feel more romantic. You know, even though you could get kicked in the head by a horse and hit by a train. You know, or more dangerous. You know, whatever.
All right. Do you play games, Darryl?
Yeah, I just bought it.
Oh, okay.
I just bought it.
Red Dead.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet. It's technically my daughter's gift.
Okay.
I bought a PS4 and the Spider-Man PS4
Oh,
pack.
Spider-Man is amazing.
Fuck yeah, that game's great.
But so I bought Red Dead on the back end for myself. So I haven't played it. I can't play it until Christmas. I can't
Right.
open it up until Christmas, but I have it though.
Nice.
But I played the first one though. The first one was dope.
I never played the first one. I missed that train.
Oh, the first one was dope, and then they had
Everyone
the
told me
zombie
that.
version on the back end. That was
Yeah.
dope.
Oh, Undead Redemption was amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a zombie version.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
zombie. After you beat it, you can play the zombie side.
Oh, fuck.
Undead Redemption's amazing.
So
It's one of the
that's-
best zombie
that's
games.
probably-
But you in the old west.
That's probably
Sure.
coming then to this new one then. It's
Yeah,
got-
people think
you know, because I bought the full extended edition, so
Yeah.
that was the one that had both games on there.
People think that Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to have a vampire extension because there is a vampire you can
In the
find
game.
in that
Yep.
game.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah. be pretty
Also,
awesome.
there's a good chance that Red Dead 2's deal will have Red Dead 1 remastered as DLC
Oh, that'd be crazy.
because Red Dead 2 ends right where Red Dead 1 starts.
Oh dang!
Yeah.
Oh dang! So like right there, like so it's
Yeah.
it was, so it's his. I mean, no, spoil nothing for nobody. It's his son.
Oh, wait. Don't.
No, I'm just saying, it's his son.
No. So Red Dead 1 starts with John Marston.
Oh, okay.
John Marston's in the Vanderlyn gang and is a really big part of Red Dead 2. And without giving anything away,
Yeah.
like where Red Dead 1 starts with Marston getting approached by the police and them like making him go after the remaining Vanderlyn members, Red Dead 2 butts right up to that.
So it's a prequel to
Yeah.
Red Dead.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Red Dead 2 is
okay.
about the Vanderlyn gang falling apart.
Okay. When
And-
he's
and-
like my whole crew got all messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm out here in the dolo.
So you figure out why John Marston is who he is by playing Red Dead 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. All right.
We're talking to a very specific audience right now.
It's all right.
With
We're
this
trying to
topic.
cover it all. Is what we're
No,
doing.
Very
look,
specific
I'm-
audience.
Red Dead, I was locked into that game, man.
Yeah.
The first one? Oh man.
Anybody go to the
this-
CMT
is
Awards
this
this
ending
year?
worse
We can
than
cover
the
that.
Is this
Wrong.
even worse than the first ending?
Wrong crowd.
So
Or is it just different?
the main character you play in Red Dead 2,
Yeah.
I like more than John Marston.
Yeah.
Like, I love
Really?
John Marston, but John Marston can fuck off compared to Arthur Morgan.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, Arthur's a solid character.
Arthur's an amazing character.
So is it split? So John is in the beginning, and Arthur takes his story off to his tangent.
So all of Red Dead 2 you play as Arthur Morgan.
okay, but so it's
And,
a
and,
tangent
and
off
John
of that-
is in the gang
doing his
hanging
thing
out.
on
Yeah.
everything that happens in Red Dead 1 is happening transientally at the same time.
No,
Yeah.
so this takes place,
coming every
and when it
episode?
ends, the gang breaks up, and then it jumps into John Marston,
His story.
and then like his storyline after that.
okay.
Yeah, so you essentially, it starts on a line like this, and you watch the gang fall apart, and then Red Dead 1 would start here. And Red Dead
But
2
you
has
get it
the
from somebody else's
whole...
perspective, not John.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You figure out how John is, who he is, because Arthur's a big influence on his life. Oh, it's fucking good. I don't want to keep
Okay.
talking about it
No,
because we're derailed as fuck.
I'm going to change the subject real quick. I just want to say, I love your sweater.
Oh, thank you. This is the Biggie sweater.
That is
The ring-
a
from Big
Coogee
Papa.
sweater. That is a Coogee
This is
sweater,
the
babe.
actual Biggie sweater from the actually Big Papa video.
That is hard.
Yo,
That's
Tech,
awesome. It's on Amazon.
hybrid glass that we play with Xbox.
Yeah,
Right?
Eric.
It's in our group chat. Eric just said, "I'm here. I'm here. Tech CMT awards are great."
Yeah, I bet. Bet you'd like that. Let's move on. Let's move on. All right, a topic that I think everyone in here, for the most part, has a good opinion on. Let's talk about the best and worst music of 2018.
Ooh.
The worst. There's a lot of worst for
Is
me.
there?
Because I teach a middle school
Did
class
Eminem's album come out this year?
on hip hop production. And so we talk about music every Monday and Wednesday since August. So I know what they like. And for me, what they like is literally the worst.
That's not made for you though.
It doesn't matter. It's music. I can consume it and I can have an opinion on it.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how old I am and how young they are. If it's music that's being created and put out through the media, through whatever social listening platforms, I can have an opinion on it. If it's literally bad for someone who's been listening to hip hop since 1989, if I can say it's bad, generally I think it's bad, in my opinion. Now, you can have your reasons for liking it, and I respect it, because there's some bad shit I like. There's some horrible shit that's out there that you guys, if I tell you I liked it, you'd be like, really?
Let's get to it then.
Let's get to it. The worst of the year is my personal favorite. He's the worst, though. The worst artist I've ever heard in my life, but he's kind of my favorite.
What's happening?
His name is Blueface.
Everybody's talking about
I don't know why I like it, but I recognize that it's trash. It's the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. It's the worst. But I kind of like it.
One thing he has going for him that's very important, you can tell when you're hearing him. And I think that's why people are gravitating towards him. Like, I've probably seen 2 music videos twice, and if I hear it in the back, I'm like, I know what that is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that's why
He is. There's not one in this world who can't rap worse than him. Like anyone,
it's impressive.
anyone can rap better. Like I know for a fact. I promise you this on my life, I can make my grandmother make a better rap record than this guy Blueface. But for whatever reason, it's working.
Is it the beats?
No. Oh, it's not even the beats. The beats are bad. Like everything about it is
How
not.
is he your favorite? In what
He's
category?
not my favorite, but I like him. But he's
why?
horrible.
Why? Why do you like him?
Train wreck aspect.
It's bad, but it's so bad. It's entertaining, and he has like each video 7.5 million, 6
Where's he from?
L.A.
Wait, is this the dude that you shared a video of on
Yeah,
Facebook the other day?
one day I just started posting his videos all day.
Fuck, dude, they were all. Oh my god.
It was-
I must have scrolled through that
And
and
then-
didn't even think about it. I saw Blueface and I was like, man, I'm good. on
Here's the
that.
thing, right? I went to class the next day and I said something about Blueface, and one kid was like, "Oh, that's my stuff. He's so hard." I was like, "You serious? Like, you joking?" He's like, "No, I love Blueface."
Go die,
Tatiana,
idiot.
are you serious? And but so I'm putting that down. I didn't say anything about Hey Siri. I'm gonna put that down as the worst, even though I'm going on record saying I kind of like it, but it's the worst. It's literally the worst. It's worse than all the mumble rappers you can think of. It's the worst.
My music tastes are gonna like miss most people in this room probably. Prodigy put out an album this year that was not good.
No.
This is the UK.
I'm a real big fan
the
of
old
Prodigy.
school electro band, Prodigy,
school, like-
Firestarter, that guy. Yep.
Yeah.
Put out an album this year, and it was
I didn't even know he put an album out this year.
Nope.
One song is okay.
No
the
me
rest of
gusta.
them are. Eesh.
It sounds like they're using the same samples they used from the 90s,
And maybe they tried to do
and the
that
same
on
drum
purpose.
kits and everything.
At the same time,
Weird.
they'll be in Chicago at a music fest, and I really want to fucking go. But this album was not. Ooh, I could not fuck with it.
Anybody else?
Worst? I don't
Tony,
know
I
worst.
expect you to have. I expect you to have an opinion on this.
It's tough because, I mean, when I think of worse, like, I listen to so much trash shit and I just never come back to it.
So what's the trashes of the trash?
I mean,
like,
I think a better way is, like, most disappointing album.
Okay, that's why I
Something like it was, like, super
Ah,
hyped
yeah.
up that I was like, this is going to be great, and it just didn't hit. Nas's album kind of missed for me this year.
who? Nas?
I wouldn't say it.
What was his album name? I forgot.
Nas.
Nasir.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's it. Nasir. Oh.
You know this is that?
No, I've been off the Nas train for a while.
Really?
I have. It's kind of his fault.
What did Nas do to you that you got the?
No, it's one of those things.
Did you try to get a placement or something?
No. It's one of those
Tech
things.
tried to get a placement and it was like.
It's one of those things that like someone like Common. I don't like Common's music. I don't like Common the rapper at all, right? But I respect and I understand why everyone loved Common.
Yo, he was dope in John Wick too.
Whoa.
He was.
Are you talking about his music now, or
His
you talking about period?
Period for Common. So Nas has always
Wow,
been.
you kind of bug. You giving
Hear
us
me
hot
out.
takes right here.
Hear me out.
A lot of people he doesn't like that other people love.
Hear me out.
Yeah,
Hear me
no,
out.
he gives some very hot takes. I get if you don't like his music now, but you cannot sit out here.
No,
I won't let
forever.
you just sit here and just be like,
Yeah, forever
yo,
today. No, but see, the thing is, like, I don't like it for me, but I understand why everyone thinks Common is a great rapper, an artist.
Okay.
So like,
That's
it's,
how I am with EPMD.
and that's how I am with Nas now. Now, back in the day when Illmatic came out, I did not give a shit. But when It Was Written came out, sign me up. I fucking had the tape and the CD. I'm there. But then all the other stuff came out after that, and he just lost me completely with Nostradamus, with Stillmatic, every album you could possibly think of.
Stillmatic?
Yeah, I wasn't into it.
I like Stillmatic.
Right, so that's what like,
But I was lost though.
Really?
I was lost, and the stuff that was meant to bring me back in didn't bring me back in. So that's why I don't.
Nostradamus
I
is my
have
first album.
Yo,
Brought
as
me
a,
in.
as a
Yeah.
dad who
One of the
likes
best
puns,
introductions.
Nostradamus is a great album name.
I mean,
That was a great
it's not-
album.
it's- no, it's-
great album name for sure.
But
Great album. name.
at face value, Nas produced by Kanye West. I had really high hopes.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't there.
Why'd you have high hopes?
Actually,
Because it's Nas. It's Nas.
No,
and
no, you know what?
Nas's weakness was picking beats.
Right.
So
And you
Kanye
thought that
West,
would be the
his
hero
strength
singing it. Yeah.
is literally only picking beats. Like that's his strength.
Well, no, you know what?
I
Have
don't
you
think
listened to-
Kanye
have you-
been strong
Have
all
you
year.
re-listened to that Nas?
Shit, yeah,
album?
he has. Fuck
Have
out of
you
here.
Have you re-listened to it?
Get out of here, dude.
Have you
I mean,
re-listened?
I was talking specifically about his public.
Oh no.
Fuck that.
No. Have you re-listened to the Nas album?
Oh, yeah. for sure.
After
I got mad.
It's supposed to be music
revisited it,
conversation,
and it was
so.
way better than I thought because I thought it was trash at first, but I revisited and I listened. I was like, no, it's got some stuff on here. Though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just especially for the little EP and where it came from, it was alright. It was alright.
But who's the worst? Like who's
Not Nas's album. It's
not
the
Nas's
worst.
album?
No,
Can't
it's
be the
not
worst. He can't make the worst album of the year.
No.
Not when Little Uzi Vert exist, and not when
He said
Triple X
little.
existed.
I checked out.
You're right.
I checked out Lil Xan's. It was pretty bad.
Sounds like that would be pretty
It was
bad.
pretty bad. I don't
Yeah.
even know why I listened to it, but I did. And
Can I tell you? Can I give you my guilty pleasure in shit music?
I already know it.
Lil Pump.
Yeah, I knew it.
It's Lil Pump. I know it's shit music, but I like Lil Pump.
So you're sitting here, someone.
No. Nas will always be
Little
on the
Pump.
list. Nas is always going to be on the GOAT list, top
about
20.
Common?
I'm talking about Common though.
Common, nah, I ain't fucking with Common.
But
here's
Lil Pump though.
I'd rather hear Pump than Common.
No, but
Okay.
here's how he's thinking though. He heard an EDM remix of Lil Pump
Yeah.
that made him like Lil Pump.
Yeah.
And
So
then,
it was
Yeah, exactly,
So it was the
exactly.
production then. It
You
wasn't
can-
Lil Pump.
but then I like. Come on. What's the name of this song with Kanye that he did? Lil Pump and Kanye.
I'm a sick fuck,
I love
like
it.
a quick fuck.
Yeah, that song is fucking great to me. It's Get It is fucking fun. He makes fun music. Nas at this point, and ever since after it was written to me, with little sprinkles of genius, which is greater than anything Lil Pump can ever do in his life, hasn't given me enough reason to go over there and like he hasn't given me the I'm cleaning my house feel. He hasn't given me I'm riding in my car feel. He hasn't given me anything that I can hold on to and say this is insane to me.
You can tell Tech likes Lil Pump. Because he said Lil Pump, and the last guy with Lil in front of his name, he said Little.
Yep.
So you tell me life is good, then he put you in a certain place, especially
No.
being an older guy?
No, like the song "Life Is Good."
No, I'm talking about the album.
I
Life
didn't.
is Good.
The album. I gave it a couple scans and I just didn't. It just wasn't for me.
So did you do like 444 from Jay-Z?
No. I'm at a different.
You're on the Lil Pump train in general.
No.
You generally dislike old hip hop, though,
But
don't you?
I'm not.
all this
Well,
stuff, you just
444
own
is
that
recent.
train.
It's 2017.
Oh.
It's just like I just didn't. I'm not focused on the artist. Like I'm listening to different genres of music, so I'm not focused on certain records and certain albums.
It's
And so-
interesting though. I mean, no disrespect to your lady, but you ain't married and got no kids yet. So like I feel like those albums when you get like it's like certain experience.
Oh my God.
I get it because 444 is grown man music. Like that's what it's called. It's called grown man music.
But life is good though too as well though. It's just a different
If y'all
feel if when you have certain experiences in life that you ain't had yet. So that's what I'm just saying. Though.
No, it's
disrespect
like
what I'm saying
no.
then.
Are you trying to say he's
from
rapping about
knowing-
being a daddy and Tech don't understand it?
No. I know what he's saying. I know what he's trying to say
No,
because
it's not
the
true.
album.
I am saying that like 100%.
Right, no, I know what you're saying. I hear you.
It's like
I
those
hear you.
22-year-olds be
But
like,
if you
I
get,
can't feel no
listen,
444.
you can take you can take your settle down in life music and keep it over there. If it moves me, it moves me. If it don't, it don't.
I agree, but I'm saying there's certain experiences though why you won't feel certain albums, you won't feel other ones.
It's
You
just,
ain't changed the shit diaper recently, so you don't get it.
I guess I can't relate. I'm sorry. You're right. I can't relate to in bed by 7:30 music.
8 years.
Can't relate. I got to wake up at 5:30 to get to work music. I can't relate to it. Like I'm not. But
I'm with you. I didn't
you
like-
brought it there. But
I didn't like 444, and then I got engaged. I didn't like it anymore. So I don't think
you made grown man moves and didn't like it. What's wrong with you?
Hold on, I'm gonna go home and listen to this album, and if who've never ever listened to this shit, who is married and has a kid, likes that shit, then yeah.
Whoa. I'm not married. I don't have any kids. I love that album.
There you go. See,
There you go.
One
All
of
walks.
top JC albums.
All
to
walks.
me.
So
There you
fuck
go.
that theory.
But
No. You're fine with yours. Tech is up here listening to Blueface and Little Pump.
You know what?
Reliving
You're
when we was 22 years old.
You're taking my little bit of conversation out of context because I listen to way more shit than that.
I know you
or
do.
universal shit. I'll say names y'all never heard of.
We're
so.
just using your words against
I
you.
love
That's
it.
all.
I mean, I don't have any.
I love
it's
it.
trash mostly. I mean, I want to say an album I thought was super dope that's flew on the radar. I think Fonte's album, fell on
Oh,
the radar.
Fonte. That's
a lot.
Grown Man album.
You know, Fonte's album, I think, fell on the radar a lot.
You know what?
Are we
One of
talking
my favorite
about
albums of the
best-
year was Book of Ryan.
Are we talking about best
Ryan's
albums
another
now?
one.
Like
Ryan's another one.
insanely good.
Yeah.
Insanely good.
So we gonna move into best albums now?
Let's move into best
That's
albums.
trash though, man. I think it's easier to just be. We can just call out white albums.
It's so easy. The music industry has changed so much that like for people who are a little bit older, like we are, a lot of the stuff that is hot to everyone else, we don't really understand why. I don't think. Like man, I'm speaking for myself maybe, but like I talked to these kids, like in the class, I was DJing, showing them how to DJ one day, and it was like play this Triple X song, and I played it, and I had to stop it. Like, you really like this? Like, this is really good to you? And I'm like, yeah, this is hard. And to me, it sounds like just inaudible yelling. That doesn't make sense. There's technically, because I come from a technical background in music, in hip hop, that doesn't make sense. Like, it's not logical. There's no skill involved in this. Like, if you went in there and you started yelling, you would make that same music. But they love it.
Yeah,
Does it
but
make it good?
The way music's changed now is like people don't even care about that shit. They just want to feel something.
Yeah.
And if it gives them some kind of emotional attachment, then that's what they go off of.
I have an interesting theory about why whack music is good to people now.
It's easily consumable.
It's relatable.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because imagine if
for
you
real.
look at Jay-Z, Eminem, and they're talking about 2000s, early 2000s, Lupe Fiasco, that skill level is unattainable. Period. Like that lyrical skill level is unattainable.
Lupe 2000.
Yeah.
Like no one can out rap. It's called super rapping. Like you can't out rap that. So I feel like
There's only one
the
person in the world that
generation
can out rap that.
the
And,
one,
and it's hard to sing along to,
it
unless
is.
you memorize every goddamn
one
word.
person in the world that can out rap that consistently for like 25 years, and that's Black Thought.
Right, unattainable level of talent. So with the microwave generation, things become easier. They no longer want to relate to someone they can't rap like, right? They can't picture themselves in that position. But if Blueface comes out, oh shit, I could do that. I like that shit because I could do that.
It's
It becomes
realistic.
an even playing field that they give their respect to.
It's relatable.
No one wants to rap. You haven't heard one motherfucker rap like Kendrick Lamar.
No, people will rap the Kendrick.
No, they will rap to it, but you haven't heard someone want to rap like him, right?
No,
like
I
Kendrick's-
think it's still out there. There's some kids
And there's
out there that were
like JID. Like there's certain
yeah.
people who will sneak through, but they stay relatively underground.
Yeah.
But like
I also
mainstream
wanna-
wise, and like if I want to talk to the kids and say, you know, Jid, they're like, who? JID? What are you talking about?
It's just like
I
us
also want
as
to
a race
clarify
with-
between like straight up like rap like and also write lyrics like Kendrick is a fucking genius, dude. His lyrics are so fucking good. Like I studied English in school and like I can't write poetry like that, and that shit is like he does it all the time.
Mhm.
That's just insane. And yeah, no, like I don't think anyone's writing shit like that.
But see, because the reason I feel like no one is because they're still too scared to try.
It's just
That
like
makes
that skill
sense.
Oh,
level.
it's a
not
skill.
there,
It's,
like-
it's easy
it makes
to
more
work
money.
for
Yeah.
a triple X level or just get autotune or Lil
It
Easy
makes more money
Vert.
to not do that much work.
Or a little pump level. Even the beats, like they're not complicated beats.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're not like Neptune level beats. They're not Timbaland level beats. They're not Daft Punk level beats. Like they're not like chord progressions. Like they're just ding 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 ding
Right.
beats. No one's really want to attain more, so they pump up what's attainable, what's easily accessible.
That's two things for me. Actually, I know you're very technical with producing, because I remember you always talking about like how Pete Rock or maybe like something like the soul sample, like it's just a loop and a simple key and a simple drum loop. So like even back then, listening to music back then in the '90s was a bunch of music like that. And I saw Instagram clip of Joe Budden and his girl. They was rapping Jada Kiss For the Love.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I'm just like, yo, everybody was hyped in the video. I'm just like, yo, he got a real one first and foremost. You
Yeah.
can rap that song word for word, you're a winner. But just like the music, the radio always, what's played on radio and what's played on TV. But not even on TV, like on YouTube or like, oh, you like this, you gonna get this. You like this,
it's
get
different.
this. So you can go to that YouTube rabbit hole like, oh, similar artists.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, album of the year for me, Smino, Nori.
Oh,
Nori.
Smino's crazy.
He's a genius. Let's listen to his.
We need to get more props in St. Louis too.
He sold out the pageant, dog. He sold out the pageant.
That's awesome.
So I feel like that's the most amazing album, amazing artist. Like everything, like wordplay, beat selection is just incredible.
There's two people we need to blame for this, and it's in our generation for hip hop being fucked up.
Drake.
No.
Birdman.
Hip-hop rap.
Birdman?
There's one of them.
I knew it.
Second one, Master P.
Master P.
3, Puff Daddy. Because the aspect of being the label owner, I can go rap, and everybody's thought, well, shit, if he can do that, I can do that. It's a perpetual thing over time that it gets dumbed down and dumbed down and dumbed down. Before, the label head was just a label guy. I was like, yo, I'm running the label. That's
I would argue to take Puffy off that list because Biggie was writing his rhymes at first. And if Biggie wants to write your
but
rhyme,
we're talking about after that.
but yeah,
That was 30 years ago.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's still out there.
Yeah, he's still out
I mean,
there.
he saw some money,
and
did
he
some
gets
good
the
work for him, though,
he
but
gets
I'm
the
just
best
saying,
writers to write his music. And if you say that, you have to say Kanye West because Kanye West has not written his raps since College Dropout.
It's the presence of it.
I mean,
It's the presence of like, yo, you were the label head.
Yeah,
Now you
no, I see
rapping.
what you're saying.
I'm not saying that they're whack. His rhymes were whack. It's the idea of seeing like Master P as label head. Like, don't you run No Limit?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Then you go to deeper level with the D boys. They like, well, shit. If I'm funding it, I might as well get on wax too.
But see, then
AKA
but
Birdman.
here's the thing, right? Here's the thing about that is like back in the day, you still had to be a level of goodness, right? Because like if it wasn't for Birdman, who was a drug dealing CEO, we wouldn't have Young Jeezy. I don't give a fuck what no one says. Young Jeezy's fucking classic.
No,
he's
Young
fucking
Jeezy's super
awesome.
dope, yeah.
So are people rapping like Lupe and Kendrick having a harder time now because people like Lil Pump and Uzi Vert and all that are on the radio?
I think they're
So-
having
so
harder
what are you
times
talking about
getting
ruining the
commercial
industry then?
success.
But I
They're
don't
not having
think
commercial
the commercial
success.
success should be the goal. That's not the goal for them at that point.
So what are we talking
I
about?
saw shows every night. I'm a working man's MC.
So why are we talking
I don't
about ruining
need
the
to be
industry then if both aspects of the industry are just as viable as they've ever been?
I think
Kendrick is rare though. Kendrick is rare.
Kendrick is rare.
And J. Cole.
Yeah.
J. Cole is kind of at that level. J. Cole still got that kind of radio play. Kendrick
yeah.
has radio play from the last album, but
And he got a Grammy for Black
Yep.
Panther soundtrack, which
yeah,
is
for the
awesome.
but the Pimp to Butterfly album, like all right pop. But other than that, all the
I
other
will say
songs,
this:
like,
there was more
outside
shit
of-
rappers getting money than good rappers making money, and I can tell
is
you
that true?
Yeah, facts.
Yes.
Oh no, no.
Also,
yes,
more
yes.
important,
Facts.
more important than Kendrick winning a Grammy or Oscar or whatever
Pulitzer.
for Black Panthers. He won a fucking Pulitzer for Damn. Like
Shit. That's
he won a
amazing.
fucking Pulitzer.
That's fucking heavy. Wow.
Well, I just to get this out there, make everyone in the room hate me. My favorite album of 2018 is Kamikaze by Eminem.
Wow.
I like
Just to make everyone hate me.
So to give an album that I love that's not hip hop, Coheed and Cambria's album this year was really fucking dope, and a return to form for them from like the last 5 years that have been a little waffly. That was real good. And then a hip hop album that I know none of y'all have listened to. Abi the Nomad had his first album come out in February, and that shit's really good to me, who doesn't listen to as much hip hop as y'all. But he's like an Indian kid that grew up in Harlem, and like his music is dope. But it's like a unique take on hip hop because of like his background and shit. It's worth giving a listen to. It's called Marbled. Abi the Nomad. Yeah, ABHI. That album's very good.
Yeah, you've told me about him multiple times. I actually don't listen to a lot of rap, but Eminem is still my favorite album of the year.
I want to mention 3 albums throughout the whole year. Go for it. I thought Nipsey Hussle's album was
Banger.
monumental.
Yes.
I thought that album was amazing.
Yes.
I haven't really digested it as much as I'd like because it was released this month, but I thought Meek Mill's album, I think it's amazing. Has a lot of replay value, but it's long still. It's like 19 tracks. But I think Pusha T's album was the best album of the year.
How many tracks was that?
7.
No, that's not an album. That's not an album.
Hey, Grant.
That's a good album though.
Grant didn't weigh in on TV because he said he was listening to vinyl. So like,
Oh yeah, where you at? What,
you
what
gotta,
is
you
Grant
gotta
listening
have
to?
something to say in this
What is
conversation.
Grant listening to?
All right, once again, like, so I'm not connected to hip hop at all.
Used to be.
Yeah, like
Old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in,
The aughts.
I guess when it was relevant. The last time I was connected to hip hop, it wasn't even called hip hop. It was called rap. And I listen to Tupac and Do or Die and Dayton Family.
I have a funny do or die. I have a
You going back? That's
yeah, he
like
is. I have a funny do or die story.
Oxidal.
But I've kind of had a hiatus. So right now, what I've been doing is I got a bunch of hand-me-down vinyl from like bio dad, stepdad, father-in-law dad, and so I've been cleaning the vinyl, listening to it, and just kind of doing a little time travel in there. That was the opening theme we had, right? And so what I'm listening for is albums that not only sound great but are mastered well, and that's like a different level. And that's probably a conversation for another time. But I'll throw it back to Tech.
Hang on, what's your favorite vinyl you've listened to?
Yeah. You have one that you keep putting on more than the rest?
Okay. Well, probably. So this is some dad rock. So turn on your dad rock ears. So probably Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms. It's like 1982.
Yeah. That's super good, man.
No, what? I can tell by faces. We don't know what the fuck that is.
They went out.
Yeah.
But Erin and Ben were like, yup.
I have no idea.
Anyway, I'll just leave it with that.
We're not moving off music yet. I have a comment. So, it's 2018, Year of the Women right now.
All right.
No one mentioned female artists.
Ooh.
That's bullshit.
Yeah,
The
that
best,
makes my
the
heart
best
hurt.
female artist of the year,
Somebody better
Cardi
say
B.
something. Thank you.
Cardi
The
B.
best female artist of the
That's
year,
bullshit.
Cardi B.
She's probably the biggest
I mean-
artist of the year.
I mean,
Shit goes though, man.
but like her shit is so fucking
shit
good,
goes,
bro.
man.
Like she did a freestyle, more no press please, a couple days. Well, she's a written. She was rapping to a
She was
recorded,
rapping.
recorded. Yeah, like that term freestyle has been fucked up forever. But
Oh,
she's
watching
so good.
dudes freestyle while looking at their phone?
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, you're not freestyling.
But like we know it's not freestyling because if you did hear freestyling, it wouldn't even be as good as you think it should be unless you're King Los. Then it's gonna be great. Cardi B had the best year out of anyone. She changed female hip hop.
Yeah, assholes. I gotta represent that.
There you go.
Sorry, Erin.
Thank you.
I just don't rock to it like that. I'm not fucking with Cardi
You don't
B.
have to.
One of my
Just gotta
favorite.
give
No,
credit
I
where
feel-
credit is
that's
due,
real.
that's all.
That's real.
One of my favorite EDM DJs had an amazing year this year. Was named one of the best new artists of the year, even though she's been out for 4 or 5 years, and that's Alice in Wonderland. If you ever get a chance to listen to her, she's a producer first and an actual DJ, and her albums are and she sings. So when she when she performs, she's DJing. She's not singing. You know, she sings on her records.
Did she play Ultrafest?
Yeah, I think so.
Her name is Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland. First of all, she has a dope ass name, Allison.
Yeah.
First name, last name Wonderland. But she's done great things. So outside of rap,
Is that her birth name?
Totally.
yeah. Her brother name is Chad Wonderland. so let's move. Let's move on. The next thing I have, I'll let you guys decide because we're kind of running low on time.
Hold up. I didn't get your do or die story.
Oh, I was I used to work promotions for a company who did marketing promotions for major record labels. So our jobs was to take artists would come into town and we'd have to like be their chauffeur. And outside of that, we had to put posters up back in the days when you would see posters on light poles, sniping and shit. Yeah, street team and shit. So one day we were street teaming for Do or Die, and we were in Vintage Vinyl in the middle of the day.
Which album is this?
Shit, I can't tell you.
That was like the 2000 one.
And I didn't
Victory?
I didn't give a shit. And
Hold on.
the story.
You're not going to disparage any Chicago artists on this show. That's
I see your hat. I see your hat. I see your hat. I feel uncomfortable. So Solo came up to me, and Solo listens to the show all the time. Shout out to Solo.
Hey.
He came up to me and said, "Hey man, do you want me to do or die?" I looked at him and said, "No," because I didn't at the time. I was working, and I just didn't care. The moment he called me, the moment I didn't care. And he's like, "Oh, okay. Here's their manager."
Damn.
Can you picture this?
And I was like, that was a good one. And I was just like, oh, hey, yeah, do or die. So that was my do or die story, me being a complete dick. And
Yikes.
yeah, pretty bad. But I was like, I was just like, nah, I didn't care. I mean, I was just like, I'm all right. I'm just working. All right.
All right. What's next?
Not surprised.
All right, so let's see. We have a few topics left, but we're running low on time. We probably have about 15 minutes. So I'll let you guys pick which one we talk about. We can do the best and worst political moments of the year, best and worst news of the year, best and worst websites/apps of the year, best and worst. That's that married grown man music, right?
Yeah.
No, if you look at the stats, it said 35 years old was the actually age, the average age of.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah,
and,
you know,
and
so
it
you
was
saw that whole.
wasn't
they
it
have
like
the
saying
best analytics of any? They like Netflix analytics. Like,
wasn't
they come out with
Missouri like the highest?
10.
Number 10.
Yo,
So Missouri was number
for
10.
real, this year, Pornhub was
Uh-huh.
in legit talks about buying out Twitch because they have the bandwidth to fucking host the streaming that Twitch needs.
Shit.
That was a conversation
Hold
that
on, hold on. You said
almost
Pornhub was almost buying Twitch.
because Amazon is like cutting fucking staff from Twitch because they don't know how to fucking staff it. So Pornhub for real was in talks with Amazon for a minute of like, we'll buy it. We definitely got the bandwidth because everyone's getting their home fuck on.
Oh wow.
That's crazy. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, so so two more that we can talk about podcast moments, and last is YouTube because I know everyone consumes YouTube, right? I consume an insane amount of YouTube.
To death.
I mean, I guess you could put podcasts and YouTube kind of in the same.
You could.
I got something that's like not a part of any of that, but I think
What you
you
got?
should know. Okay, I had a new experience this year. Have any of you guys done escape room?
Yes. Yes.
No,
Okay.
not yet.
It's dope.
Why
It's
the
dope.
fuck haven't we done that?
I don't know.
It's dope.
We should do that
Dope,
as
and then
a
don't
group.
go like drunk or high.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm trying to go sober. I'm trying to go stone sober.
No, if I go drunk, I'm gonna think I'm actually trapped.
We did it for
start
Teddy's
busting through
bachelor
drywall.
party, man.
Okay.
It's fun though.
Yeah, but we was drunk and everybody was arguing. And it was like, I told you that shit, man. And then it's like somebody just happened to just reach in somewhere. Oh, I found the key. Like, what the fuck? We found the key. And then you open up another room and then there's a whole bunch of more shit that you got to do. And you're like, oh, we done.
I want to try it.
A whole bunch
Yeah.
of, it's good, man. It's
So I
good.
had my team, my work people, and we were having like that's what we did for our Christmas party, whatever. And so we did the escape room. There's actually a lot more than you would think would be in town, right? So we found one in Baldwin, of all places, right by the office. Yeah. So it was like a museum heist thing. The place is called Breakout, and so they advertise with the completion like success rates. So this one, the one we picked, Museum Heist, had like a 30% success rate on it.
30%?
30%. So
Wow.
you get an hour, and you know, like 30. So we're like pretty smart, right? But are we that smart? I don't know. Anyway, we got it with 2 minutes left.
That's
Word, that's awesome.
There you go. There you
It's
go.
like the best feeling.
New category: best and worst St. Louis experiences of the year.
Jesus.
Thank you for the inspiration.
St.
I'm
Louis
gonna,
experience.
I'm gonna keep it on a high note because he had his best. My best was iCombat, which is in St. Peter's, and it's the most realistic form of laser tag I've ever played in my life. And you have a headpiece,
Real lasers.
and a chest piece, and it vibrates. The gun is a CO2, so it bucks when you shoot. It recoils.
Do they send in real cops?
No, no, because I'm in St. Peter's, and that would not be good for me. It was the best fun I've ever had. I felt like I was playing Call of Duty, Battlefield. I felt like I was actually in a war situation.
But with your body.
With my actual physical body, and yeah, it was amazing. If you get a chance to do it, that's the best experience I've had in an event outing in St. Louis this year.
Soulard scooter wipeouts.
That's funny. That's fun too. The limes. We live in Soulard, so the lime scooter. We've seen a couple good wipeouts.
Yeah,
I saw.
the fucking cobblestone streets and shit.
That's not even a good idea in general.
No.
No, it's fun, but it's great to watch.
So outside my office, I work in an office downtown on 11th and Locust. There's a rooster right there. So there's always fucking lime scooters out there because people like they live downtown, take their lime scooters
People
over for
tough, like, in-
fucking breakfast,
Yep.
and then ride their scooters home. Problem is, after you eat breakfast, you're a little lethargic, and so we went down to smoke cigarettes. Like right when I started this job, like in September, so it was nice out. Dude was wearing shorts, t-shirt, fucking hit a pothole, and was like from if his wardrobe choices had like. He went from preppy to homeless in like 2 seconds. Like he hit the ground, we were like, "Damn!" Slid 10 feet, stood up, and we were like, "Where did his pants go?" Like he had holes through his pants. His shirt was a gap
That's a
from
wipeout.
literally like nipples to belly button, just a hole where he just like
Just go
the
home.
whole
Oh my
shirt was
God.
gone.
Just go home.
He
Take-
got up, looked around. and got back on the fucking scooter and rode off.
You had to go home.
G about it, shit.
Yeah, gotta
Man.
save face.
I go sit there and laugh at me. And
I'm gonna point.
Sit there.
I'm gonna point. If I fall or trip or anything, I stop and I point at what made me fall.
Yeah, dude. Because like to stop lime scootering, you got to get on the app and close it down. You're not gonna do that in the middle of the street
Yeah.
with your with your
You're not
fucking
gonna
titties hanging out.
admit
Have you ever heard
physical
about people throwing
defeat.
away them lime
This
scooters in other
ride
cities
is
though, like throwing them in lakes and stuff
No,
like
they're
that?
doing more so the bikes than the lime scooters. I think
No,
the lime
no,
scooters
no,
are doing
lime
better.
scooters.
The lime scooters are doing better than the bikes did.
No, but they're throwing them. I'm talking about literally people in like
Yeah.
Oakland and San Francisco are like taking them and throwing them in the lake, like, because they don't want them on like the street, like while I'm trying
Motherfuckers
to
are
park it and stuff.
crazy.
It's
See,
fucking
but see, that's a
stupid.
different psychology,
Yeah,
psycho
hate
shit.
Ben and I went to San Diego this year. Went to Coronado Island, which is like where the fancy ass people live.
Shit. Yeah, that's
and we
the
were
Malibu
like,
of
we
San
were like,
Diego.
we need to grab a scooter so we can get to like where the highway is, so we can get back out of Coronado Island because it's a fucking island. And we found like this giant ass hub of lime scooters, and we're like, dope. We walk up to it, and it's like a fucking impound.
Yeah.
So apparently,
It was
if
a lot.
lime scooters get dropped off in Coronado Island, the police just box them up and put them in a fucking warehouse. So there was like 100 scooters, and people walking by were like, "Yeah, we don't like them here." And I was like, "Y'all fucking entitled ass."
we were in a lime scooter just red zone.
There's
They
a
weren't
weird
allowed.
energy about sharing the road that
Yeah.
people have.
Yeah.
Like I like bike riding in the city is like a dangerous thing because
My taxes pay for that. Fuck you.
yeah,
I
like
hate when people say that.
they get angry. I've rode my bike and looked over and seen someone angry at me, and I'm not in the way. Like I'm just like, riding a bike. Like, are you angry because I'm riding a bike?
And it's never a normal guy. It's always like a guy in a leotard and like the real helmet. Like it's really trying to be like a Lance Armstrong. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Dude.
One not looking
I
ass.
think the energy comes from. I think the energy comes from with like the city took a lot of 2-lane streets and it made them 1 lane for cars and then 1 smaller lane for bikes, and then people are like, dumb motherfuckers, because of you, we got 1 lane to drive on.
If you holding on to that
Oh yeah.
after years and you're angry, you
Yeah.
still like Nas.
Yo. Also, let me point out. If you're
That's a horrible analogy. Horrible.
also let me point out if you're upset because a bicyclist is making you run late.
You should have left
Leave
earlier.
earlier.
Dickhead.
Yeah, like if I got here, that's crazy.
You let Nas down.
How do you feel about? You can all shoot me down if you want. How do you feel about
We will.
favorite aspect of 2018 and what you're gonna do in 2019? Go around the room.
All right. Favorite aspect 2018. I got started.
Are we?
'Cause
I
kinda
mean, are
just
we
forced
closing
it.
moments?
No, you go ahead. You do it. You start.
Okay.
your subject.
I made a 150-page book.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Self-published with my homie on Kickstarter. We've got it optioned at a publisher, and we're gonna shop around because they're kind of low on the totem pole. But we're gonna shop around a little bit. And the book is now. I'm getting a little emotional. The book is now a required reading for the Washington University Understanding Comic Book class.
Awesome.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Golf clap.
That's
The
big.
book's called Dead Palace. It's a graphic novel.
Oh, it's a graphic novel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So, and looking forward to next year, I'm going to get into video game design and animation. So,
Cool.
And I'm teaching Webster still. So.
You want to do clockwise? Cool, because I'm next.
I moved it over.
Yeah, I set you down. 2018, I gotta. So everyone knows me from music, and the last few years I've been kind of quiet because I wasn't on platforms. I got a message late night one time from this guy Corey Rose, who's a lot of people know. He's an engineer who moved out in LA, the homie, and he put me on a distribution service. And ever since I got on that distribution service, I've been able to put out music on every single platform seamlessly. And that was a big thing, big hurdle for me, because before it was be like $50 a song, and that gets pricey real fast.
So, I mean, what do you mean, like? Explain that for the layman, like myself.
So basically, like I can make a song. I can make a song right now. Now that I have rapport with the I know how it works and everything. I can just put a song and it'll be on iTunes and Spotify and Apple, Google and Tidal tonight. Like within an hour.
It costs $50 per song.
It used to cost. You guys used to have to go through like. You used to have to find a way, and you used to go through like TuneCore or
CD Baby. Shit
yeah,
like that.
City Baby, CD Baby, and you had to pay for each song individually a huge amount. Not a huge amount, but an amount that's enough.
It adds up over.
Enough to make it not easy to get your music on platforms. And he put me onto something, and that kind of changed how I felt about my own music, because I've always felt it was good. But like if you look at Tech Supreme's catalog, none of it's on anything anymore, because I got popular in a time before people were streaming music. So it was able to get me more fans and basically back making music for a purpose again. And so that was a huge thing for me in 2018. And 2019, you know, we got a lot of things. Me and Erin got a lot of things going on personally. That's amazing. So I think it's going to be a lot of good shit, travel and touring and good personal life living.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, ditto. Yeah.
All right, that's fine. You can.
Yeah.
That's fine.
We're
Next.
buying a house. That's all. I mean, I'm we're buying a motherfucking house.
Yeah, we're about to buy a house.
What's up?
You guys have a realtor?
Yeah.
We're all locked in.
Oh, you.
Yeah. For sale by owner. So
I learned to be a realtor.
YouTube.
Yeah, I guess in 2018, the babe and I bought our first like house that we bought together.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's quite an experience. So
Fun fact: I'm almost positive a friend of mine I went to elementary school used to live in the house you live in now.
okay. Yeah, it could be creepy.
He died
it could
there.
Be awesome. it's like a 100-year-old house, so you know there might be a couple ghosts in there.
ghosts don't exist.
But okay, that's a good topic for another show.
Yeah, it is. It is.
They
It
do,
is.
you just
But
don't
for
believe it.
2019, let's see. So I start my dream job on the 31st.
Nice.
Which is.
Yeah. So I didn't think I'd ever leave the place I've been at for 12 years. But basically, like, if you're putting in work, you're getting noticed whether or not you know you're getting noticed. So just stick with it.
Mm,
I'll
Nice.
just leave it at that.
that's real.
Damn, that's
Real.
awesome.
That's real. I'll clap to that.
Yeah.
Clap to that.
I'm a guest, man.
Everyone's
Hey,
guest
hey.
here.
This year I really realized, man, a lot of different stuff has been going good. I literally joined a company that let me kind of be me, and I've been more, as they say, niggerish as possible. But within a professional ranks, like I literally been growing my hair out, I got a full beard, and they be like, "Oh, what are you gonna do next?" Like, and I'm like, "Yo, you know I'm like super ethnic up in here."
Yeah.
In this board meeting with everybody with suits on, but I got on a hoodie, and it just stand knowing like what you just said, like when people know what if you know what the fuck you doing and like you grinding, you doing what you're supposed to be doing, it don't matter. It does matter, but as long as you present yourself the correct way, it's gonna pop. So
Absolutely. I agree.
Seriously, like, and I mean, like before, I would have a clean shaven, low haircut, the whole demo, trying to conform to it. And I'm doing the least, and I'm making the most I've ever made,
Yeah.
and doing the most professional I've done.
Yeah, a couple years ago, I was in a meeting with a company I was working for, doing graphics for, and Budweiser, and they secured a $500,000 deal based on my presentation, and with finger tattoos. You know what I'm saying? And neck tattoos, and not wearing a suit because I
You're
didn't have
teaching at
one.
a Catholic school and you have a tattoo that says "fuck humanity," bro.
I work at a Catholic school right now, and I have a tattoo that says "fuck humanity," and they know about it.
Is it visible?
Yeah.
Oh well, shit.
Yeah, they make fun of it. But yeah, so yeah, that's awesome. We get
Yeah. This year, 2018 was a lot of missteps, a lot of setbacks for me.
Yep.
Had to bring the level down. but,
Relatable.
like,
Yeah.
I like a lot of missteps, man. Like, but other than that, I started a party series called Floral Fresh. People really love it. Like people come out in floral outfits, and a lot of. It's always a good vibe, good energy. We play a lot of chill music. 4th year anniversary of my another event I do called Rock and Groove. It's a b-boy battle, styles battle. What else? I started my podcast officially earlier this month called Ceiling Fans. It's on SoundCloud. That's the only place I'm gonna put it out right now.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know you had to pay extra.
Yeah, no,
for
we started our
Yeah.
podcast. We were on just on SoundCloud.
I remember.
So
Yeah, that's the worst decision y'all ever make as a podcaster. Never get on SoundCloud.
never get on SoundCloud.
Never. It's the dumbest thing to do.
It is. It is.
Just pay for a platform every month.
Yeah,
Just get on board.
easy.
Yeah, I'm still learning. But people really He really messed with it. So hopefully in 2019, I expand the podcast more. Start doing more parties, more events. Just kind of working off my art. I started hosting. 2018. I started hosting more, hosting events. People really love it. Start telling doing stand up, telling jokes, doing poetry.
Good shit, man.
Yeah, just man.
Yeah.
No, I had no trust me.
I knew about the floral event. I didn't know that was you.
Yeah, that's me.
That's dope.
So one next week. It's next week. 26, Floor Fresh, the night out. Then Rock and Groove 4th anniversary, 28th at Herb Bart's, and 30th, December 30th, Poetic Justice. I'm hosting at the Radio Room. So
Amazing.
Awesome,
Amazing.
man. Good shit.
Give it up. Give it up.
So I've kind of expanded this year myself. I started getting involved more on the business side in battle rap with Street Status. So not only am I on the promotion side and bringing in rappers from out of town, I'm also hosting the events now too, which is kind of a big thing for me because I've always gone to the battles as just a fan, but to be involved on the business side is actually pretty good. DreamAliveCompany.com is doing pretty well as far as our apparel. Also put out a video for my song Rags, which was mixed by Corey Rose, our good friend Corey Rose.
Dope.
Did a video for it, released an album at the end of last year called Black Jimmy Conway, which I'm really proud of. So it's really just about capitalizing on everything that I've done this year and just doing it and expanding it for the next year. So that's pretty much what the plan is.
Dope.
Good shit.
I kind of did a lot this year. I got engaged, and then I
Hey, make it
started
official.
traveling.
Make it real.
I've always been against traveling because I thought it was more work than it's worth. But I went to San Diego, Mexico. I went to Indianapolis on business. I've been to all these cities, and I really liked that. So I'm gonna do more of that next year. I'm going to Italy next year.
Oh, that's awesome.
Pretty excited about it. It's really expensive, but I think it's gonna be worth it.
I will.
Getting married in May.
Okay.
Probably gonna start the buying a new house process. And I got my own podcast coming out next year too, so I'm
Fuck
super
yeah.
excited.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Doing it with Drake.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
We've been trying to put it in the works for a while, and we finally got the right people involved, and we're gonna make it happen. So I'm pretty excited.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Give it up.
Yeah.
Give it up. Give it
Are we all
up.
invited to the wedding?
Can we podcast at the wedding?
While it's going on.
Pick out a suit.
So this year's been interesting for the Sawyer family. But I got a job at a game studio, which is some shit I never thought would happen.
Nice.
Especially in
not
St. Louis.
I travel a lot with that job, and it's amazing. We make a game. The studio's called Pixel Press. They make a game that teaches kids how to make their own games. So I've been traveling around the country teaching kids how to make their own fucking video games, which is something else, being a dad of a 2-year-old. I started a podcast, back in June, right around E3. We are in 35 weeks. We're 25 episodes in, which is fucking dope. My partner's the best for that. He's awesome. Our Christmas special is Saturday at 10:30 in the morning.
Oh,
We're going to record that. It's going to be on Twitch, so watch me on Facebook if you want to see that. And then a little bit of a bummer, but not really a bummer. Ben and I had a family member die this year. Ben's dad, my grandfather, died this year. So best moments from St. Louis, kind of carrying that shit over. Half of y'all that are here, if not more than that, y'all were here for that shit. And that was huge. Best moments in St. Louis was St. Louis standing up with us when we had that happen. And those of you that weren't there, just based on this, I know y'all would have been if you could have been. So that shit's awesome. As for next year, this game studio is dope, but me and a couple of guys are in the process of talking about starting a Kickstarter for another game. And Ben, I haven't told you this, but we want you to be a part of that. He wants to, and he wants to get in the game, so that's cool.
You're a part of this.
Yeah. And then literally today, one of the founders of the game studio that I'm at is a guy that illustrates kids' books, and he said that he would connect me with a couple of agents because he read some of the kids' book I'm writing and was like, I'll connect you with a few agents because this shit is good and I want to read the rest of it. So
there you go.
Yeah, 2019 could be all sorts of shit, but it's all cool, and I can't emphasize enough how much it means to us that y'all showed up for the stuff that went down this year. It was a big deal.
Yep.
So
Awesome.
Yep.
In closing,
Damn.
it's been a good year.
Has been a pretty good year, man.
I mean,
28
it's been a year.
episodes.
It's been an up and down year.
Yep.
But we're still here. It's been a lot of episodes of the 60-minute shit show. We've seen a lot of changes. A lot of ups and downs.
How do y'all work with putting the shit show part into online for analytics?
That was a
Like, you
point
know,
of
your
contention
iTunes,
between me and Apple.
Yeah,
we
'cause, I mean, even if you put it in your even title of any of your episodes, it's gonna be flat.
yeah, exactly. So we had to create almost
y'all have a title.
two different entities to get on Apple. Yeah, we had to create
We're the
a 60-minute
60-minute
talk
talk
show. Because the first time I did it, they was not fucking with me, bro. Like they was just like
I
they was
wouldn't either.
they was just like no, change it. I was like cool, we changed it. He was like no, I know what it's about. Like whoever was catching my emails, they was like we not fucking with you. I just waited a little bit
You
and
should have started
I
out with
resubmitted
just
it.
Put the S and then the 4 asterisks after it. And
No,
then
I tried everything. I tried every
you do that
iteration.
first?
No,
That's the problem.
I didn't know.
That's the problem. You
I
should
didn't
have went
know.
in first with
But-
that, and then they'd be like, okay.
But we're good
then
now.
You kept
It
like,
stands
no,
for
we need to-
slut.
We're good now.
Right.
We're good now. We have understanding now. Whoever got my shit now is straight. So we're on iTunes. We're on Apple. We're good.
What's it on iTunes as now?
It's a 60-minute talk show as Apple and and Spotify
Yeah.
and like SoundCloud and it's
They
60-minute shit
don't
show.
give a fuck. They don't need any kind of.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. You want
Y'all
podcast on here?
confused.
Cool, we got you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh,
But
real quick. Sorry. I'm being an asshole. Just to plug, my podcast is called Bounty Board. It's on iTunes
Yes.
and Stitcher. Not Spotify yet, because you have to host on a different place than Squarespace to do that. But Bounty Board.
is Stitcher any good?
I fucking love
Stitcher.
Stitcher.
I mean, okay, I put our shit on everything. I'm the Scenario podcast. Is me and Matt, and then Straight Out Locash is on there as well. And then I have another side podcast that we started with Orlando Pace called the OG Hour with Orlando Pace.
What?
And
That's
then we
fucking
have
amazing.
the Lando Cal Experience, which is we talk nerd stuff and movies, and then I also start a show with my homegirl Raven. The Untitled Movie Show is just a woman and a man talking movies. So all that stuff is easy to get on. Just put on all that shit. If it's worth streaming, you'd be surprised. It'd be motherfuckers in like Netherlands that be streaming from fucking TuneIn app. You what the fuck? Who's riding?
I used to do a radio show with Nelly's tour DJ on TuneIn now.
Oh, no. We did a radio show with Nelly's DJ too.
Oh shit! Hold up. I just found a wristband randomly like 2 days ago and I put it on.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Damn.
No. So I told this story once because I know you only got an hour with this, but I gotta fuck with tech on this shit. So we had me, Javon, DJ Reminisce, and our boy Teddy. We started the podcast network we have now, Straight Out Locash Podcast.
It has to be one of the longest running podcasts in St. Louis.
Yeah, it is.
It has to be.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, I don't care about people giving us the props for that shit. I don't give a fuck.
I'll give them. This is long. They've been going.
So Tech was like, yo, I know this dude. He's gonna be able to hook y'all up. Or whatever, doing that.
I remember. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, and then so we were like, all right.
I'm so
but
sorry.
We already had a studio. We were good, but he was like, man, just give it a try for me. Let me see what's happening. So we go over there. We ran it for like 3 or 4 weeks or something like that. So I get a call the first day. He's like, I mean, y'all losing a lot of bandwidth though over. I was like, bandwidth?
He called you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I didn't call you with that shit.
Yeah, no,
that
no,
nigga
you
was
didn't,
crazy.
no, you didn't call me. He's like, y'all using a lot of bandwidth over here with this, man. What's going on? I was like, bandwidth? I mean, we over there for like an hour. What do you mean bandwidth? He's like, see, I'm going to come up on some money though, or whatever. I was like, dude, you brought us over to your thing. We already had our shit going on. Or whatever. And then, I guess the camel brought the camel's back. We always had people come in like y'all with guests and random people come through. So we had some young ladies come through and hanging out. He's like, y'all been bringing women up here. I was like, yo, I never heard of anybody getting mad if you ever brought women into a studio to hang out. Like, I didn't know that was like, you brought like a whole Wu-Tang Clan through. I get that. But we brought like 3 women through and they didn't talk. They just sat on the couch
That guy.
and chilled.
That guy.
So yeah, and there's a reason why I knew he was a bad person in general. He produced
Facts. Hey.
No,
Facts.
Horrible. Facts. Look for all the listeners out there. He produced Immolarity for Raekwon too.
He's
so y'all do
touted-
y'all Googles
He is
on that.
literally credited as
Yes.
the person who ruined
Raekwon's
career.
Yes.
Damn.
I should have known that from the jump. I tried to give him another chance. He from the Lou. And I was like, but he ruined Raekwon.
Tech, this year's been interesting with trying to give people second chances, ain't it?
So what?
I said this year's been interesting trying to give people second
Wow.
chances.
That
ain't
was
it?
that was
Wow.
years ago.
I
So.
talked about this on
Wow.
Orlando Pace on our last show.
Oh shit! I gotta go back and listen. I gotta listen to that now. I gotta listen to that.
Nah, I missed that show on there though.
You know what?
I show was cool, but I'm just like,
It has so much
but I'm like,
potential.
it was his house,
especially
though. It was his
with
place, though.
especially with like I was coming from with his connections, you know what I mean? Like it had potential, and like I said, I just wanted to try it out, and I brought
so then
Stacy.
Ted calls. He's like, "Man, I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry, bro.
I'm sorry." I was like, dude, it's all good. It's not like we didn't have another studio.
Right.
It wasn't like that was our spot. We went right back to the room in the studio.
Right. Yeah. Not everyone. I'm gonna tell you, like someone told me, not everyone's raised the same, and I'm gonna leave it at that. In closing,
Sure. Yeah.
because we gotta get out of here. It's been an awesome year.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening, being a part of the show. The guys, the people in this room. No doubt. Erin, thank you all. And I hope everyone has a wonderful end of 2018, and I look forward to seeing you guys flourish in 2019.
Season 2, episode 1. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And we're now finished.
Out.